Wee woo! Vanlife!
Yeah, look at all the new toys I got. So I got 2 jigsaws, exactly the same, a sander, a skill saw, and a reciprocal saw, all for $150 from a tradesman that's upgrading to cordless. I ideally wanted cordless as well, but price, can't really afford cordless right now. Like this saw itself would have been 175 new. So I got a pretty good deal there, and yeah, I'll be using that to take down that cabinet, that Raid Boss. So there's a little bit of work that has to be done before I start sawing into this thing. I've been using it as a bit of a storage cabinet for all my tools and stuff, so I need to clear that out, get these shelves out, and secure some of that wiring so it doesn't get in the way when we try to take it out. So blade's ready, cabinet's ready. It's just me now. So this is actually only my second time using a reciprocal saw, but it shouldn't be that bad. Famous last words before I lose 3 fingers. Okay, so I got my gloves, got my safety goggles, got my mask. Mask isn't really necessary, but why not? So yeah, best of luck. Okay. It worked. So I'm just gonna use a hacksaw to start the cut on the top. I did this one first. I shouldn't have, but I did this one first because it was the easiest cut. Just to build a little confidence. But I'm gonna use a hacksaw here just to start off the cut so the blade doesn't go wobbling around. Pretty clean cut. I was making sure to keep it nice and straight because, like I said, I don't want a blade flying at me. And I just made a notch there to help the blade start. Can't really see. Chair's in the way on this side. This bit's here. So the hacksaw cut paid off, we're going straight down it. So now we're cutting into wood as well as aluminium. So that's a top cut now. Thinking I'm gonna get this one cut right on the edge there, and then I can probably jigsaw it in. Still not sure how I'm going to do the top. Not that confident with a jigsaw where I want to be using it upside down. Alright, time for that bottom cut now. Don't really have to start this one with a jigsaw, with a hacksaw, but it takes like 10 seconds. cut all the way through the wood and cut a little bit in to the bottom part. We need to get rid of that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just to show you guys, I couldn't follow this cut because I was way too close to this bar, so I made another one that's the width of my reciprocal saw, so I can go all the way down. Yeah, this is the aluminium railing that came out. So I ran into a small problem. The reciprocal saw moves quite a bit, and the cabinet is right against that aluminium framing, and the blade, if I try to go down that wall, the blade's going to be hitting that framing. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to cut down here. So I have the angle grinder ready. I changed the guard around so it's done for this cutting. This way sort of cutting. And I've already done a test cut and it works really well. Almost matches up to that line, but we'll deal with it when we get there. The one thing I do have to worry about is if the cutting blade goes beyond that board and catches on that aluminium, then that blade's going to go flying everywhere. So I have to be really careful on just cutting through the board but not getting that back aluminium. So what am I going to do that's going to be a lot safer, but it's going to be a little bit more work, is cut to the left of that aluminium frame. So basically I want to be on the left side of this line, so that way even if I do go through, all I'm going to catch is the insulation, which will be like, oh whatever, we have a little bit of scratch insulation. So a really good thing I didn't cut through there, because if I reach my hand around, I can feel an aluminium bar there. And if you follow it all the way to here, you can see that this aluminium bar goes all the way around. One more cut I have to do with the reciprocal saw is this one here, because when I try pivot on that side, this thing jams in. So I'll just make another cut, like probably around here, and see how much movement I get. So with a handsaw and some unconventional use of a chisel, I managed to chisel this out with a hammer, and now we have movement. Look at this. Whoa. Look at that. That's a good thing. So I've been pondering like how to get this top cabinet out, because it'll just be nice to have a fresh start for like an hour. And I finally took a Stanley knife, and like I thought it might have been glued, so I took a Stanley knife and it got caught right there, and then found out I'd been missing these screws that were like hiding right on the edge. I had taken this plate off before, but I took the plate off and was like, oh, okay, there's nothing there. And then put the plate back on, and like that plate like just covers those screws. Just gonna use the reciprocating saw and cut 2 notches there and there, so this whole wire all these wires can just come out. This is one of our squirrels that we always have around. It's Priggers. She's carrying a bone with her.